Celebrities don't stay celebrities forever. As a matter of fact, a lot of them become pretty, poor. Today I'm going to cover 10 big-time celebrities who went broke over the years. Welcome back to Hollywood Tango. Let's get into the video. Wayne Newton. You would think a guy whose name is synonymous with Las Vegas wouldn't have money issues. However, he had around $20 million in debt at one time, a side effect of his extravagant lifestyle. He had to keep performing just to pay the debt and to afford his plastic surgery bills. It's kind of hard to tell one of Las Vegas' star performers that all the plastic surgery in the world isn't going to keep the age and gravity at bay for long. Meatloaf. Give credit where its credit is due, at least. That was Meatloaf's problem when it came to giving the proper credit to the guy who helped him out with I Would Do Anything for Love. The co-writers sued Meatloaf for nearly bankrupting him in the 1980s. From that point on, the singer wrote all of his own material and has since made an impressive comeback. One thing he won't do, thankfully, is sell out. Toni Braxton. Despite her awesome voice and decent run of success, it seems like Braxton really overestimated her own fame. She continued to spend even when the royalties on her songs started to trickle in and then finally dry up. This led to 2 bankruptcies in less than 5 years, and there might be a third on the way. Rumor has it she was still allowed to purchase a $3 million home while she was still $50 million in debt. Yeah, it might be reasonable to assume that she'll be looking at bankruptcy number 3 fairly soon, if she hasn't already. Sinbad. He didn't really do much after The Necessary Roughness that was worth talking about. He starred in a few less than stellar movies and didn't do much in the way of his TV success, but he was still a noted comic that people liked. When it was revealed that he owed the IRS $8 million, however, he had to give up his home and declare bankruptcy to get himself out of the hole he'd unwittingly dug. Mickey Rooney. Rooney actually filed for bankruptcy in the early 1960s and spent a good deal of his career after that trying to come back from it. At one point, his net worth was $12 million, but when he filed, he only had about $500 to his name. It would appear that the former child star didn't invest his money too wisely and decided to have more fun than he could afford in his youth. By the time of his passing, he thankfully climbed out of that hole. Pamela Anderson. After the fame she had on Baywatch and all the cameos she's had in her long career, you would have thought Pamela would have been set for life. From the plastic surgeries to the nice home to the partying and living the good life of Pamela Anderson was having the time of her life until she was noticed by the IRS. Failure to pay her taxes had this former lifeguard drowning in debt for a while before she finally found a way to climb back out. Gary Busey. How many actors do you know that get to act crazy for a living to pay bills? Yeah, there might be a few, but none of that are really on the same level as Gary Busey. After a car accident that left him seriously injured and revealed a cancer diagnosis when he was in the hospital, Busey's medical bills were racked up to well over $1 million. Since then, he's been acting crazy and out of control on screen, and as much as people love it, a lot of them don't seem to realize that a lot of this isn't acting, it's just him being nuts trying to pay his bills. Courtney Love. Being connected to Kurt Cobain, who was considered a god among musicians, and having her own band didn't seem to last long when it came to the money that both produced. A serious drug problem and way too much overspending led the singer to massive financial issues that forced her to sell the rights to Nirvana songs she'd gained a stake in, as well as her house. Considering the conspiracy theories surrounding Cobain's death, though, not a lot of people feel too sorry for her. Wesley Snipes. So it seems like being a megastar after being featured in so many action flicks isn't enough to afford a comfortable living. Of course, owing $12 million to the IRS and just not paying it due to wanting to have fun is kind of ridiculous as well. Snipes served his time for tax evasion up until 2013, and since then has only starred in one really notable action flick, Expendables 3. Rumor has it this was more of a favor from Stallone than anything, since the film was already filled with action stars. Leif Garrett. Some stars have been riding high on fame borrowed from over past decades, but Leif Garrett has been riding when he can thanks to an allowance from his mother. The former teen idol from the 1970s had a little too much fun enduring his short run as a celebrity and wound up losing everything. Nowadays, he's a barely known name that doesn't really get remembered by anyone under the age of 40. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm oh so sure that you'll love them. I'll catch you next time, guys. So long and farewell.